Hey dear friends, you're on the Melonfonk channel. In this video we'll talk about the secret facts of update 29.0 in Melon Playground. Well, these comments made it into this video, and if you want your comment to be featured in my next episode, just follow these very simple conditions. First, you need to subscribe to my channel. Second, you need to like the video, and third, write a cool comment. It's incredibly simple. Well, I won't take up any more of your time. Enjoy the video. Today, I prepared some very interesting facts and myths about update 29.0 for you. Well, let's not keep you in suspense and move straight on to the first fact. If you turn a watermelon into a ball, then point a heartbeat monitor at it, and then kill the watermelon ball, its heart will remain on the monitor. Let's check it out and see how it works. To do this, we take the staff of transformation into a ball, and then transform a regular melon into a ball, and then take the heartbeat monitor and point it at our balloon and see that the heart is actually beating. Next, using the context menu, and only the context menu, we kill our balloon and see that the heartbeat actually remains on the monitor and moreover continues to beat. This is a very interesting bug, 100%. I don't know why it works this way. And to make this bug disappear on this particular monitor, we simply bring it to another living NPC, and then the bug disappears, which is very interesting. I think you definitely didn't know about this. Write in the comments what you think about this. Well, let's move on to the next fact. The Melon Playground has neon lamps, such as a duck, a watermelon, an NPC melon, or it's just plain text. Of course, that's not the point. If you hit such a neon sign with an old broom, then stop it with a stop sign. Then connect it to a generator and turn it on, the lamp will light up. Let's check it out. We take all these neon signs and then simply turn them into remnants of these signs using an old broom and termites. Next, we just need to catch the right timing and use the stop sign to stop the effect of this broom. As a result, we are left with these strange remains. Next, we take the generator, set it to maximum power, connect the generator to each of the signs, and simply turn on the generator. And we see that the signs work, but not quite. They just heat up, and we can even change the text. That is, in general, it really works, but with a small caveat, I would not call it a full-fledged work. In fact, they just heat up to the maximum, but we cannot activate them like regular neon signs. Like and subscribe, and if you didn't know about this, write your interesting secret facts or myths in the comments, and we will definitely check them out. Now let's move on to the next fact. I don't think you knew about this, but if you try to dissolve an NPC on the acid map and then regenerate it with a syringe, an extremely unusual and very interesting animation bug will occur, and Melon will get a second eye. Just watch how it works. To do this, we simply dissolve our NPC and inject the regeneration syringe, and observe the animation bug begin to manifest. The NPC begins to blink strangely, the animation changes, then fades back, and an eye appears, not only on the skull itself, but also right in the middle of the NPC. This is a very interesting and unusual bug that I'm sure you didn't know about. Most likely this bug existed in previous versions, but in reality, most likely, no one had thought of it before. What do you think about this? Be sure to write in the comments. Try it yourself if you don't trust me. Well, let's move on to the next fact. If you use the Staff of Light to make ordinary fruits glow, then put them in the nano assembler, the NPCs will be beautiful, glowing, and mixed, and they will glow incredibly cool. Let's try to do this. To do this, we simply make ordinary fruits glow with our Staff of Light, then put them into the nano assembler and activate it. And in essence, we get glowing mixed NPCs at the output. And if you grow the most ordinary limbs on such an NPC using the Mutation Staff, they will not glow, which is incredibly strange and very unusual. And of course, all these effects can be stopped with the cancellation staff. I think that, in general, it's all obvious and understandable. Overall, it's a very unusual and beautiful tank. Especially a cool way to create your own unique NPC. And I think you definitely didn't know about this, so like and subscribe to the channel. Well, let's move on to the next fact. Here's another little fact. I don't know why it works this way, but if you use a spike staff to create spikes on a regular floor, then after picking up a flask of medicine, it will break, and these spikes will break at the slightest touch, just instantly. I don't know why it works this way. Perhaps the developers thought it through and left it in, and it's not a bug but a feature, but write your thoughts in the comments. Interestingly, these flasks don't break even if you drop them from a small height, but with the slightest touch, even the slightest, they immediately break on these spikes. I think you didn't know about this, so like and subscribe. Now let's move on to the next fact. If you enlarge the most ordinary NPC to incredible proportions, and then use the Mutation Staff, the new limbs of this NPC will be of standard size, and the NPC itself will become very fragile and will break almost immediately at the slightest touch of the Mutation Staff. And let's check it out. We take our NPC and use the context menu to enlarge it while paused, because if you do it without pausing, things will go very badly, trust me. And we just enlarge it and see that it feels quite comfortable on its feet. But as soon as we apply the Mutation Staff, first for some reason bones immediately appear on it, and second it starts to break, fall, and some limbs may even disappear at times. And when the Mutation Staff is activated, only small limbs grow back on it. I think the developers didn't take this into account and it's just a trivial bug, but overall it's a very interesting bug. By the way, from such a huge NPC, we can even make a very beautiful large balloon that will look like some kind of transparent strange texture. Try it yourself, because it's insanely fun. And last but not least, here's a fact for today. If we use a light staff to make an ordinary apple tree glow, then pick a glowing apple from the tree and place it in a nano assembler, we can recreate the most ordinary glowing apple NPC. Let's try to do that. To do this, we will need a light staff. Then we will turn an ordinary apple tree into a light tree. Next, we take the apples from there and place them in a nano assembler. By the way, it's interesting that the apples also glow. Then we activate the nano assembler and see that we get the most ordinary glowing apple NPCs. And it really works very cool. Be sure to try it yourself. And if you didn't know about this, then like and subscribe to my channel. I'd be very interested. By the way, leave your secret facts and myths or bugs in the comments. And if I collect enough comments for an episode, we'll do a separate episode on secret facts from our subscribers. And that's the end of my video. Thank you all for watching. Good luck to everyone. Bye for now. And remember, buddy, as always, see you soon.